what's going on. So, just got off work. 10-hour day today. Long day. But need to go home and decorate a Christmas tree. And Christmas lights are already up. Sam got those put up tonight. So that's fun. Gonna have fun with the kids as soon as they get home. But I am pretty tired. I do still have to meal prep this evening too. So it's gonna be a long night. And I forgot to get washer fluid before I left work, and my car is, I can't see out the windshield. So I'm gonna get some. And I'll be right back. Alright. And we're back. There we go. I don't know what it was about the rain this morning or last night. The roads were filthy when I went to work this morning. So the car was covered. I like after you've been through like a few weeks of really snowy weather and everyone's car is just like grimy and black, like that crud just all over it. It's kind of like that, but it was just a little thinner than usual stuff. Anyways, like I was saying earlier, gotta head home, do some early season Christmas shenanigans with the kids and Sam and the dog. And I'm gonna meal prep. Tonight, what are we gonna meal prep? Probably still. I really like, as plain as it is, I really like chicken and rice. And I just seasoned the hell out of the chicken with whatever I got, with garlic, onion. Right now I've been using some, Kinder's. I think it's Kinder's like honey chipotle chicken. That's good. I don't use a whole lot. Just get a good coat of chicken. I usually cook it in an air fryer or on the griddle, Blackstone, but getting a little cold, so last time I made it just tossed it in the oven, cooked it like normal, made it easy. So gym plans this week. Let's see. So tomorrow, I don't know what I want to do tomorrow. So I ordered some new knee wraps because the last leg day at Powered Up, my patellar, where I had the surgery on my left leg, my patellar was really sensitive for 3 or 4 days afterwards. It was sore still. Not like a muscle soreness, some kind of soreness I'm not looking for. And really trying to avoid that. The last thing I want to do is end up with a third knee surgery. And plus be out of work too, so that won't be good. But I want to wait until those come in. They should be here on Tuesday. Hopefully they'll be here early Tuesday. Or sometimes, I got them on Amazon, so usually sometimes on Amazon it'll say Tuesday if I order something on the weekend, then come Sunday night it may actually ship out and still be here later on Monday rather than Tuesday. So that's a possible. Not like it, just me being hopeful because I want to try them out. So because of that, I'm gonna hold off on legs and back until Tuesday. If I can wait to get those in and give them a try. So tomorrow will probably end up being I'll probably do chest and shoulders. Chest and shoulders, okay? Trying to do a good little, somewhat of a push. I don't know, either that or biceps and triceps. best, I'll probably go up to. I don't have time to go there, so I don't know. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. I don't know if I'll just go down to Planet Fitness here in town, or if I'll drive, out of town down the ways. There's another gym I love to go to called Power Up, and it's in Hurricane, off the Hurricane exit by the high school. It's got a lot of really good equipment, but it's still a 30-minute drive from the house, which doesn't sound like much, but when you have Planet Fitness that's 10 minutes from the house, it's a lot of extra effort, a lot of extra time taken up too. Plus just the gas, and you don't want to deal with the construction on the interstate and all that crap. But I also like to go to another gym in Ashland, and it's the opposite direction. Now it's Ironheads, and they actually have 2 locations. Their home, flagship location is their Flatwoods. You've seen me post there before. Location in Ashland. It's right across the river, just on the other side. You actually have to park underneath of the bridge, which is kind of cool. When you walk out, it's just kind of a cool little, I don't know, whatever. But the Ashland location is pretty good for legs. I haven't actually done a whole leg day at the Flatwoods location. Up until recently, I didn't actually like the Flatwoods location, even though I love Ironheads as a whole. They have a nutrition shop too, a bunch of supplements, their own line of supplements, and really cool owners. But I wasn't a huge fan of the Flatwoods location because I'm not sure when they did it, but I went back in March for the first time. It was just after the Arnold happened, and it was a small one. It's a smaller gym, which isn't bad. It's not excessively small or anything like that. It's still big enough to get a really good workout in, and it's not a whole lot of people. It's not like a Planet Fitness level of memberships. There's not 400 people have a membership. So while you're in there, you'll see maybe 5-6 people on a busier day. But the problem that I had is back in March, we went as a group, me and a couple of coworkers, so there was 5 of us that went. And I don't know about you guys, but when I go to work out with more than just one other person, it's just not the same type of workout. It's just different. It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that, because it's still awesome to have a good time and go hang out and try new equipment and stuff like that. But when you're by yourself, or you got just you and your lifting partner or whatever, you can really dial in, really get a different level of workout in, compared to if you're working out with 5 different personalities and everyone's trying to do something a little bit different that day, and not everyone's doing the same workouts or even similar workouts. So somebody might be wanting to do a cardio day while you're trying to do deadlifts, and that's just a whole different setup, just completely opposite. But there's too many people in there. So that was one downside, but the biggest downside was that they had some aging equipment. Mainly it was their dumbbell. They have this, I think they have Ivanko brand, the nice metal dumbbells, the steel dumbbell plates that you see in the old school, the videos and stuff, really cool. But then they had a whole other set of dumbbells that were rubber coated steel. They were still really nice, more like a modern style. But the problem with those, the rubber coat was half the rubber was missing off a lot of them. And then sometime between now and then, and I just hadn't had a chance to get back over there, they've replaced all of those rubber ones with I think it's a whole new set, or maybe it's a used set, I don't know, but it was a new to them set, if nothing else, and it's real nice equipment. And I'm glad they did, because as big of a fan as I am of the Ivanko plates, dumbbells, and how that, that aesthetic, that just feels I don't know, feels like a Rocky movie when you lift, kind of. They have a really skinny handle, and it just does not do well for like pressing movements, especially once you get into like upper weights. Like when you go above 80 pounds and you have a skinny handle, that handle just it really like, digs into the one spot on your hand, and it's just extremely uncomfortable the whole time. Not that it really hurts, it's just very uncomfortable. It's hard to hold on to. And that's why they make those fat grips. If you guys haven't used those, a lot of people use those fat grips. Like I think it was Jay Cutler. He loves them for working his forearms out when he's doing curls. But a lot of people will use them for pressing movements on smaller dumbbell sets, so you get that big bite of a grip compared to having something real. You have to wrap your hand completely around and really bite down on it. It's just something more comfortable about it. And it might just be a type of thing. But the rubber dumbbells that were tore up, they had the bigger handle. And the Ivanko plates, they don't. They have the smaller handle. So it was always more comfortable to work out with those, but I didn't like to because they were missing all the rubber. So now they fixed that. It was a real good trip last time. And they have a lot of different leg equipment there. So I really kind of want to do another leg day there, or do a leg day there full out. Because last time I was there, I tried a few things. Like they had the vertical leg press. I've never gotten to actually see it in person before, and that's the one where you lay down completely on your back. You bring your feet over over top of you, and you actually push straight up and down rather than kind of an incline like a typical leg press would. You may have seen people try to do it like I don't like to do it. I wouldn't do it, but I've seen people try to do it on Smith machines, just like using their feet to. Maybe they'll have maybe a lifting partner with them. They'll unrack it, and then just use nothing but their feet to push the weight up and down. That scares me. I don't really want to do that. Even if I have the safeties there, there's something about the thought of just weight being held on by nothing but my feet, the most uncoordinated part of my body. That scares me. But I did try the vertical press last time, and I gotta say, even with lighter weight on it, because I had done legs the previous day, I think I just did like 4 plates. And it was really it burned differently. And I think it's because where the blood's draining down. I don't know, man. It's just getting a better pump that way. I'm sure. Well, I'm sure somebody knows. I don't. Regardless, I liked it. And they have some different stuff over there. They have the belt loaded. Really nice. I think it's made by. I want to say it's Bolt. They have a lot of Bolt machines over there. Now I haven't seen Bolt before. They have a lot of them over there, and it's one of those band or I guess band loaded squats. I don't see them very often around here, but the ones you see on TikTok all the time about put the band around your waist, squat down. It takes all the pressure off your spine. But in my instance, the best one that I found of that was in Columbus at Pro's Gym. There in downtown Columbus, which is a great gym. Go to it if you get the chance. That one was the best one that I have found, and I still had issues with how the belt went on. It just wasn't extremely comfortable because most of them don't have a better way to latch it on, but it doesn't go on like a belt like you would think. It just goes on like straps around your back, and it's usually open in the front and then just clips on with the carabiner to the hook, and then you just squat down, pull the safety out, and start squatting. But I didn't like it because it was always I did like that one, but it still hurt me. I had to bruise for 3 days afterwards because one of the clips where the carabiner hooked to a chain and then went down to the hook on the machinery itself rolled as I was doing my set. So it just sat there and scraped against my thigh for 4 reps before I stopped. I couldn't really stop mid-set without undoing everything and starting over. So I did. But I like that one a lot. I want to try that one out at Ironheads to see if it's as good. They had one at Ashland that I tried, and I didn't love it as much. It was a different brand. I just didn't think it was quite as. It was set up a little differently. Maybe like it felt like it was more narrow than the one I'd used at Pros, and the one up here in Flatwoods looks wider, like that one at Pros. So I might actually be able to try it out and like it. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do yet. So either probably go to Power Up and Taze Valley, do a chest and shoulder day, which I don't really love the idea of that because they have better machines for shoulders at Ironheads. I don't know. We might mix it up. I don't know. Go up to Power Up and do back and I don't know, back and biceps or something. Do something a little different. We'll see. Anyways, first video wasn't too bad. 17 minutes in, almost. I could probably use that. So we'll try this. See how this whole thing goes. I don't expect it to go anywhere, but I'm already doing all this working out stuff, so I'm not really doing any extra work by videotaping it. So might as well do it and see where it leads. Yeah, but here we go.